Here's an infrastructure update brought to you by St. Charles Parish Government. St. Charles Parish Public Works recently completed the installation of a new drainage culvert at the intersection of Destrehan Drive and CN Railroad in an effort to improve drainage in the area.
Working with the railroad this morning, we're excavating under the existing track, getting it down to the proper elevation, and as you can see over here to my right is the larger culvert that we're going to be putting in once we get everything compacted and aligned. So a major drainage improvement for this area.
The project required collaboration between several parish departments including Waterworks and Wastewater, as well as the cooperation of CN Railroad to coordinate the relocation of utilities.
It's been about 8 months since we've been working on this project, engineering and removing utilities and relocating utilities, and days before we had to relocate. Waterworks came and relocated their water line. Wastewater department had to come out and make sure that their wastewater was not in our way to install the new pipe at the deeper elevation. So a lot of work has happened prior to today. We had to sheet pile some of the bank, the stability of the bank, while the men were down in the hole installing the Waterworks valves. Public Works worked with their department also. So it's been a great team effort, and I'm personally very proud of all the departments that assisted us to get to this point.
The placement of the new culvert was a delicate task, as crews carefully threaded it between the tracks and utilities that could not be relocated. Once set in place, it was a race against the clock to properly rebuild the structure of the railroad before the next scheduled train passed.
This section of pipe here, it's 55 feet long and it's 54 arch, but we're working together to pick it up and slide it under the rail and then repositioning it at the proper elevation. We have a short window to deal with here. We only have 5 hours since 5 o'clock this morning to do this project in order to close the railroad down, stop interstate commerce, if you will, and then get it back up somewhere around 11:30 this morning. There's other work that we're still going to be needing to do, but we'll be able to do it outside the right-of-way of the railroad without affecting their business. And what you see behind me here is they're bringing in lifts of 610 and number 7 rock, and they're watering it down to get the proper compaction.
While the most crucial part of the project was completed within 5 hours, crews continued to work beyond that to secure and clean up the area so that it might be maintained for optimal drainage.
Just to show the finished product of the new drainage culvert that we installed. We came in and dressed up the area and put it back basically to what it was where we were working, along with cleaning out the outfall ditch next to the drainage pipe. So we just kind of wanted to show you the finished product. Once the grass takes root, it's going to stabilize the bank. We seeded it, and hopefully 6 months from now this will all be green. But the main factor is the culvert is not only larger, as I previously spoke about, but it's also set at the proper invert. We lowered it to the proper elevations. And I also wanted to give special recognition to Mr. Luis Martinez with our GIS department. Did a great job for us. Stayed with us during the whole project from start to finish, shooting the elevations and making sure nothing moved and that we stayed accurate. Again, we're very happy and very proud of this project, not only for myself, but all the departments that were involved with working with us and coming to this end. So I'm sure it's going to be a major improvement for this area of the parish.
For more information on this and other projects going on throughout the parish, visit www.stcharlesparish-la.gov.